All right, what's going on, y'all? We're back. This is your boy A&J, and of course, it's been a while since I've actually done something like this. Hell, I'm even at a point to where I'm wearing the same shirt that I had on last night. If you saw the stream for the final TNT broadcast of the NBA and everything, and I even had an impromptu video that I made towards the end of said stream. But yeah, this one's a little bit different because it's actually breaking news, as some of you may have already heard by now, maybe a lot of you or even all of you. But as it turns out, R-Truth has been released from WWE. He made this announcement earlier, or at least not all that long ago, on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And I gotta say, this is actually quite a trip for me. I really didn't see this coming, and to be perfectly honest, I wasn't even aware that this was a contract year for Truth. But really, when it boils down to it, R-Truth is a type of performer where you really wouldn't know these kind of things for the fact that he's just going to put his everything into whatever it is that he's doing. Excuse me, I don't know why. See, you got to excuse me again. I got the same shirt I had on last night, but I'm also having really at most been an hour and a half removed from actually waking up, and that's not a lot for me, so let's just be clear on that. But anyway, yeah, this is incredibly wild for all the actual reasons you have in consideration. It's not surprising because, again, if this is a contract year and they're not looking to renew, they're just not going to renew. You're pretty much done at that point. This is actually really wild given how much of an established entity, if you will, that Truth has been with WWE for so many years. And for me, it's not that I'm overly surprised by this, but it's just a little bit shocking in a way, because even in his 50s, Truth has so much that he can still offer. I mean, you look at all the companies right now, AEW, TNA, GCW, NWA, MLW, I mean, the list pretty much goes on and on a bit. He can help any one of them. He can come in right away, and chances are he literally could come in right away, as it's not an actual release to where he's going to have to deal with a no-compete, especially if his contract is expiring, which I'm guessing is today from what I'm understanding. But if the contract's expiring, that means he's good to show up on any TV show this week, and there's literally nothing stopping him at this point. No non-compete, no nothing. There's not a damn thing that's going to keep him from being on this week's Dynamite, Impact, or wherever it is that he wants to go, if he chooses to do that. And if he chooses to do so immediately. I'm not sure that that's necessarily going to be the case, because usually with these things, it kind of takes time. Now, if he were to show up in any of these places sometime this week, I'd be even more surprised, because I don't think you just do something like that quick. But hey, life happens, life comes at you fast, and this is a great example of that right now. Now, another aspect of this is that this is mind-blowing, because I'll be honest with you, before I even started to think to record this, especially given that I had just found this out just like a lot of you have, I actually was still trying to wrap my brain around the notion that Mania 42 is going from what was announced earlier this year, literally in New Orleans, on SmackDown, by the way, to be the site for WrestleMania 42. Now that's changed, and we're taking it back to Vegas? We're running it back in Vegas? You're telling me we're running it back in Vegas? Why? Why? Like, what does this really do? What was it about Vegas? I don't see what was special. The booking really wasn't all that great. The build-up was just trash at best. So what, they're gonna get a mulligan on it? Like, I don't get this. And that's just why, and that's the reason I'm saying this right now in correlation to this news, because I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around it. Now, interestingly enough, you do have to take into consideration the fact that we've got call-ups that just got made. Namely, of course, obviously Roxanne Perez and Julia, who are on Raw and SmackDown respectively now. But now you got Stephanie Vacour, who's Raw bound, Jordan Grace, who's going to SmackDown. But not only that, now you got Ricky Saints heading to Raw, after just having dropped the NXT North American Championship to Ethan Page, a man who, if you caught my stream last night, as I talked about, I expected him to be on the main roster, say, specifically Raw, somewhere around October, November, December at the absolute very latest. Now, that's not going to be the case. And another reason that blows my mind a little bit is because of the fact that I figured they would keep Saints around because the men's main event picture in NXT just isn't all that strong. It's getting better, but I didn't think they'd be at the point to where they'd let Ricky Saints go to Raw. Really interesting stuff to see, and I guess we'll see what's going to be coming along with this, but man, yeah. Big point of the hour here, R-Truth no longer with WWE. He has, he's been released, contract's expired, whatever the case may be, but the bottom line is he's no longer with WWE. And, yeah, still wrapping my head around that one. This is just really, really shocking, but hopefully we see something come of this sooner than later. Hopefully Truth isn't done in wrestling, because again, I feel like he still has a lot to offer. But I guess we'll find out in the coming days and weeks. Nonetheless, that's all I got for right now. I did say I'll be looking to go live today. Look for that. I don't know what time, but yeah, just look for me to go live at some point. I was going to do some gaming. I might actually do some podcast shit talking about this amongst other things now. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. This has been A&J. Thanks for rocking with me.